Hi, I'm Mike Russo, the founder of the Local Block, and I am going to walk you through what it looks like to price a property that's going to auction. And these prices apply to whether you're just selling the property outright or evaluating a property like at my old firm, Concierge Auctions, that is auctioning this 2-unit condo in Highland Beach, Boca Raton, Florida. So this property is listed for $4.25 million. I'll show you on the public tools I use shortly. It's being sold at a live auction in Dubai, and they're expecting starting bids between $1.5 and just about $3 million. So what a starting bid means for them is when you register for an auction, you have the chance to write down a firm bid and you'll get a discount from Concierge Auctions off the buyer premium that you owe if you're the winning bidder. And as we see on their map, this property is located at 3720 South Ocean Boulevard. Units 1501 and 1601 that have been combined. So we're going to probably see that there's a staircase combining those two units. So like all things, I use Redfin primarily. And so I started here. You can see up in the corner, for sale, $2.5 million condos in this small area where it's located. That says there's about 10 units located on the market. And the subject building is these 4 units located here, where you can see there's 4 units for sale. Unit 1408 at about 2,900, just shy of 3,000 a foot. Unit 1001, again, 2.7 million, again, about $1,000 a foot. You have the subject unit 1501 and 1601, which is already priced more or less at $900 a foot, and another unit which is side by side 1406 and 1407 that is already priced well below 900,000 or 900 a foot. Total square footage of 4661, very similar to the subject at auction and already priced at $3.5 million. So next, I really like to look at what's sold over a 1-year period. And that really tells us how much is selling in the market. So in this particular building, there's been 2 units that have sold, 901, 3.1, unit 1610 for $2.5 million, again in that like 900 range. So if we step through further, you can see the subject building of subject unit at 1501 and 1601 with its pricing, its pictures, its map. Really, I really rely on Redfin for all of this, and it's very easy to scroll through. But here, as I said, you can see, a staircase tying the 2 units together. This reminds me of a property we sold in a Ritz not that far away, that the 2 units were tied together for a staircase. So units 1406 and 1407. I actually think that more people would prefer a property that was combined side by side instead of up and down. It's usually somebody that's older that's buying these. I'd say the difference between them is, somebody that wants, their family on a separate floor compared to a single floor. So here's where it really gets interesting. So unit 1610 sold for $2.5 million, 2.7 square feet. 2,700 square feet roughly. When you go look at the history of it, which this time of year, it's February, it's season in Florida, right? Florida right now, though, it's struggling because with the couple hurricanes we had last year, the rise of insurance premiums, there's a lot going on that selling condo is like a blood sport right now. It's a blood sport in Florida right now. So you can see those people that sold this unit bought it in 2022 for $2.4 million. They put it on the market in the end of 2023 at 2.9, essentially $3 million, lowered it $100,000, and then, still took them roughly 6 weeks to get under contract. We're closed at $2,550,000. So how do we apply that to the subject property that, there's 4 units for sale, I think I said in this building, right? 4 units for sale, 2 of them are double units. And in the last year, you've had 2 units sell an entire year, neither of which was a double unit. So if we just applied the $900 per square foot price across the 4670, I think this was it. Yep. So, they're already priced to where they think the market is. But this property is going to auction. As I said, it's got a high opening bid of about $3 million. I would say you got to remember they're charging 12% buyer premium. So there's about a $300,000 fee price at that. But I would say that based on the discounts that auctions see, and they definitely do see discounts, I expect that this property is going to realistically trade somewhere around 2.75 million as the final bid. Maybe it gets to 3 million. It really just depends how much demand they drive for it. But the reason that I imagine that this seller is choosing to go to auction, there's 2 years worth of inventory right now on the market just in their building, right? So it's not we can definitely sell in 90 days. It's how do I find a buyer for this property now? So if you're looking for a high-end building in South Florida for a good buying opportunity for things that trade about $1,000 a foot, this is probably as good as opportunity as any to jump in. We know that it's probably not going to trade at the 3.5 million that this property already is. We probably know that it's not going to get up to a total price of 3.5 million for another property that you can go down the hall, actually make an offer and negotiate a price. This property is at auction. Again, I'm thinking total price is maybe 3 million, including the buyer premium. So the seller should be expecting, and you should be expecting to make, if you want to make a strong opening bid, probably at 2.5 million. I hope this helps on this property breakdown on the local block, and I look forward to going through many more of these throughout the year.